How you doing, class? My name is Shane Ott, and today I want to give you the benefits of strength training. That's right, the benefits of strength training. I know what some people are thinking. I don't want to lift weights. I'm not a meathead. I'm not a gym rat. But I want to tell you that there are benefits out there to strength training, to resistance training that you may not be aware of. Some people think that I don't want to get big, I don't want to get bulky. But you don't have to get big and bulky because lean muscle has purpose. Did you know that more muscle burns fat? That's right, muscle burns fat. In fact, muscle burns more fat than cardio does. So if you would allow me just a few minutes of your time, I want to lay out the facts for you for how good and beneficial it is for you to resistance train and strength train using weights. First, it builds muscle. Muscle is important. Muscle is what your skeletal structure is made of. And with it building muscle, it brings bone density. And with that bone density, it promotes and protects your joints. With the bone density, every time that you lift weights, when you move the weight, it strengthens and it shifts your bones. And when it shifts your bones, it builds the muscle. And as it builds the muscle and it strengthens the muscle, it builds the supporting muscles around the bones. And if you didn't catch on to that, that means that you will reduce the risk of injury. See, the people think that injury happens because they slipped or they fell. And as you get older, those slips and falls are going to hurt a little bit more and more. See, when you're younger, we are more resistant and resilient. We bounce back like a rubber band. But as we get older, we don't realize we don't bounce back as fast as we used to. And that's why strength training is so important when we're younger and to continue on as we're older. Research shows that as we get older, we need to continue on in our strength training because consistently lifting weights or performing body weight exercises improves our metabolism. It improves our metabolism and it improves our body resistance. It improves our bone density. I know people have heard of an older person that slipped and fell and broke their hip. That's because their bone density was low. We've heard of the osteoporosis. And this can help resist the osteoporosis from setting in with strength training. We need to be able to lower the risk of chronic diseases, and weight training will help that. Weight training will reduce the risk and will help to extend your lifespan. Research indicates that 90 to 120 minutes, that's right, just 90 to 120 minutes a week can extend a lifespan. 90 to 120 minutes a week can extend your heart health by 20%. It will reduce the risk of heart failure by up to 20% on 90 to 120 minutes a week. I know people are thinking you've heard of infomercials and all those things, the shaker and all those infomercials out there. I'm just talking about 90 to 120 minutes a week of strength training or resistance training can and will reduce the risk of heart failure, heart attacks, strokes by up to 20%. Resistance training puts stress on your bones by promoting bone density and reducing the risk of osteoporosis. It strengthens and supports the muscles that are support around you. Your metabolic benefits to building muscle. It builds lean muscle mass, increases your resting metabolic rate. What does that mean? That means your body burns calories throughout the day. Who wouldn't want that? Who wouldn't want to burn calories while you're sitting at your desk at work? If you can get up in the morning and go to the gym and just throw a few weights around while you're sitting at work typing on a computer, you could be burning more calories than you would. That metabolic rate. It improves insulin sensitivity and manages blood sugar. Along with the physical benefits, there are also mental and cognitive health benefits. Resistance training promotes neuroprotection and releases compounds like BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which are linked to better memory and learning skills. Let's be honest, we all can use some better memory and learning skills. Lifting weights has been linked to reduce the symptoms of depression and anxiety. Folks, I can tell you from self is when you have that goal setting in mind, strength training gives you that drive to put your mind to something. When I was lifting heavy weights, I decided that I was going to write them down, and it gave me a goal to go to. So when you lift weights, when you decide to strength train, you have a goal to go towards, which will lower the stress that you have. It will lower your anxiety and your worry because now you have your mind made up on something else. Proverbs 22:7 says, "For as he thinketh in his mind, so is he." So as you put in your mind, there's something else. If you put in your mind, you can do this, then you'll be able to do it. So you can think about being strong, but when you push towards that strength, then you will be strong. 1 Timothy 4:8 says, "For bodily exercise profiteth little, but godliness profiteth all things." We need to be more godly, but body strength will teach you a few things. You need to have a little bit more body strength. So as I come to my close, I laid the facts out to you, but you test it for yourself. If you don't believe me, give it a few weeks. Test it for yourself. Get in the gym. Push some weights around, some bands. Do some resistance training. And you will find out that it will promote more health, not physically, but mentally and spiritually as well. God bless you all.